watching watching as it was not like live streamed, but those that have caught it decided to watch it afterwards. Thank you. I am Rob, aka Jack Nightmare, and I'm with For the Love of Games or Gaming. And I know it's a little bit early in the day, but it's going to be the only time I'm going to be able to do this, so I figured I'd do it now. This game has been getting pretty intense, and I've been enjoying it. I was supposed to play yesterday, last night, but I couldn't because it was too late. I went to the movies. I went to the drive-in here in Las Vegas, and I went to go see Rampage and Super Troopers 2, and I'm just going to give you a quick review on what I thought about those before jumping in here. Rampage, like I said, so many viewers or critics have said that it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. It was the last couple minutes of the movie were the monsters fighting, yes, but my real take with it was that it wasn't as bad as it claimed to be. I like the connection that they made with George, and I understand why they made George more of the good monster and things like that. My gripes with it is that they said Rolf's name is Ralph, and it's Rolf. That's how you say it. It's Rolf. It's not Ralph. But the guy, I don't know the real actor's real name, but the guy who played Negan from The Walking Dead, and I guess the dad of Dean and what's his name from Supernatural was in it, and he did a really good job. I thought for the bit he was in, he did a really good job. Every time I saw him, I just thought of Negan. I was like, he's just portraying himself, but he did a really good job. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, what can I say? He's The Rock. Even if he was in a terrible movie, you'd still watch it because it's The Rock. The other thing I have a problem with is that I didn't like the way the creature that they chose for Lizzie was not my forte. I did not think an alligator or a crocodile. I believe she was crocodile. I don't think that was a good choice in an animal for Lizzie. I thought they should have went with much more of an iguana, a lizard route. It just made more sense that way. Because that's what Lizzie was. Anybody who's played Rampage either in an arcade or has ever played it on the N64 or any other console that it was on knows that Lizzie was like a giant lizard dragon or something. It made more sense if she was something to that nature. I was really okay with him being what he was a wolf. Yeah, cool. George didn't really take on any new physical characteristics like the rest of them did. I thought that was really weird that he was the only one. Rolf took on the ability to fly. He had some type of bat-like wings, and Lizzie looked more like she had several rows of teeth in her mouth, and she had these. It looks like she had gills. She had these fan things, and it was just kind of okay. And she had a club tail. Those are the only two monsters that really went through an evolutionary change. George didn't really go through a change. I mean, he just got bigger. That was it. And stronger. I mean, that was, that's pretty much what you would say anything would happen. But it was, I give it a solid 5 out of 10. It wasn't anything too spectacular. I think if you're gonna do any type of movie based on a video game, you let a fan direct the movie. You don't let some Hollywood fucking director run with shit because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Half the time anyway. Sorry, but that's what I believe. And I believe that if you let a fan create a script for you, you should roll with that script, especially if the fan knows what they're talking about. I would have done it differently. I would have made I'd have made Rock be George. Rock was his character was George. So maybe he worked at the zoo. I would have made all of the characters that were supposed to become these monsters. I would have made them human, which, as everybody knows, in Rampage, the monsters were actually human. So I'd have done things a little bit differently. I'd have made George, The Rock, but I'd have made him maybe get swiped or something that deals with with a gorilla. The guy who would play Rolf, he'd work in the wolf area, and he'd get bit by a wolf. He'd get bit by the wolf who got the thing, and he would change. And then Lizzie, I would say that Lizzie would have to be whipped, or I would say whipped, or the tail been whipped by a monitor lizard. I think that would have been a better choice. And when their aggression goes up, when they get really pissed off, kind of like the Hulk, they change, and they have no recollection of becoming these monsters or anything like that, and they just go around terrorizing, eating people and terrorizing people. I think that would be the best way to go about it. Military shows up, and you have a friend of the three people who are trying to create an antidote or something to that nature to bring their friends back, but it's not working, so they're going and destroying cities. But I don't know. Real quick on Super Troopers 2, hilarious, very funny movie. If you're a fan of Broken Lizard and their stuff, fabulous movie, fabulous. I don't have a lot of gripes with that movie because it was Super Troopers. I saw them do some of the same jokes, but I saw some do some new stuff, and I can't wait for their next movie. I hope if they don't get the funds to do Potfest, they do what they did. They go into Kickstarter and get it all said and done. So, but all in all, those two movies I saw were really good. I wanted to see A Quiet Place, but there wasn't a time, and I wasn't going to stick around until after midnight to watch it. So, yeah. No, those are the two movies that I saw, and I figured I'd give you a quick review. Like I said, Rampage solid 5, and I would say Super Troopers is a solid 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. So, because I'm a fan of the movies, to me it's one of the cult classics I love. I've seen most of Broken Lizard's movies, Club Dread, Slam and Salmon, I think that's the name of it, and then Super Troopers and Super Troopers 2, and I think that's it. Oh, and Beer Fest. So, yeah, they're not bad movies. There we go, and Lexi, go ahead and look them up. Alright, so enough about what I did last night and my reviewing on that, so let's jump back into God of War. Oh, and I did use my code for because I got a code if you pre-order the game or something. You get a code for like some new shields and some, I don't know, like talisman that just gives you bonus XP. So I think I'm gonna have to slap that on. Ooh.
We've been standing here a while. There isn't a way back up from here, you know.
I know.
Swim, Kratos, swim. Oh, I gotta go through the fucking dark. Okay.
How are we supposed to get across without a crystal?
We find a crystal.
Plan on carrying the crystal everywhere like the last one?
If need be.
Now where do we go from here?
boy. Shoot.
I know how it works. Finally, we can use the same sandbowl that brought us down the first time. I want to get out of here. can't be.
What did it say?
That we made a grave mistake.
Ooh.
Did we help the wrong side?
Let
me guess. You're gonna be smug and say you told me you shouldn't get involved.
That is enough.
Here we go now.
Damn it. Oh, shit.
Do you remember the answer?
Yeah.
Boy, read this. Boy, what's that say?
Only time you want to talk to me is when you need to.
Do you want to tell me something?
I said, the only time you care to talk to me is when you need me to translate for you. If Mom was
If
here...
your mother was still alive, we would not be here at all. Atreus.
Forget it.
Fine.
So? Was she in the light?
Who?
You know.
No. She's not there.
Not like you would even care if she was.
Mind your tongue, boy! Until our journey is over, one of us must remain focused. Do not mistake my silence for lack of grief. Mourn how you wish. Leave me to my own.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
No. Why would you? You do not know my ways. I know it has not been easy. In the light, I felt only moments.
Sorry, I want to make sure I have subtitles on.
Pass. If that is of some comfort to you.
That's good to know. Really. So, should we go back to Midgard? Face the Black Breath? Or do you think there's more to see in this realm? It's sad the elves can't work things out. Alfheim's such a beautiful place, but war makes it ugly.
You see with the eyes of a child. In war, a soldier sees beauty only in the blood of his enemy. The rest of him is lost. Sometimes never to return.
You know about war, don't you?
Wars are fought for two things, survival or advantage. Battles may be won by the better soldier. Wars are won by those who are...
You're back. I see you've been busy.
How observant.
I am known for my attention to detail. You boys look like you're gearing up for quite the journey. There's an abandoned temple in Midgard that a fellow dwarf converted to his personal storeroom. Packed it with all sorts of treasures he collected during his travels throughout the realms.
Throughout the realms? Which ones did he go to? What did he collect?
Fafnir was a, shall we say, aggressive collector of Huh. I bet that was quite the whetstone.
Does this story have a point?
Yes, it does. I just happen to have an entry stone to Fafnir's storeroom. You might find something useful in there.
Neat. Thanks, Sindri.
You're very welcome. Oh, and if you find that whetstone, well, it sure would be nice of you to bring it to me. I'd advise caution if you're heading to the storeroom. Last I was there, all manner of nastiness had taken up residence.
Won't your friend be upset if we steal all of his stuff?
Oh, no. No, not at all. He's dead, I think.
Oh, sorry.
No need to be sorry. These things happen when one travels from realm to realm, collecting priceless artifacts that don't belong to you. Isn't that neat? How about you, young one? Oh, no, we can't forget you. Anything you need, young sir. And back to you. If you're not in a hurry.
Father, I have a confession to make. All those voices in my head, well, this wasn't the first time. Back when we met Brock, his animal warned me about something hiding in the trees. That's why she didn't want to cross.
She told you.
Well, I could just feel what she was feeling, what she was afraid of.
It happens again. You tell me. Understand?
I promise.
Cool. It's like a teleporter or something.
What now?
We have the light. To Midgard.
I wonder if I might have to travel to these other dimensions.
It's like this room lets us travel without moving. We just came back from another realm. And we met your brother. Wait, not that over.
Did you let that seed sop put hand to your blade? Hmm? You do know he lost his talent, right? Just up and left him one day. Tried taking me down with him. Did he botch up on her girl?
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, leaving a blind pig farts up a truffle now and again. But you know what really counts? Consistency. And I got that coming out of all of my parts.
What did you do?
It's better. Good. Now when you're done gawking, I got a favor.
What is it, dwarf?
There's this alchemist on Vari. Been working out in the Velander mines. Haven't heard from him in maybe, I don't know, 100 winters or so. Probably dead, but maybe you can find him. He's dwarfing like me. Wears a fancy green ring. Owes me a favor. You look?
If it is on our path.
Oh, I see how it is. Not a something-for-nothing type, are you? Fine. If you find Vari, I'll make him whip you up something special. This entry stone here ought to get you inside those mines. Now you're talking. Good stuff. Something on your mind, boy? You know, being small like us, that's natural. Less to hit. You again. Always a pleasure. Now fuck right along.
Remember the way back to the Black Breath?
Of course. We need to walk across the bridge to the Vanaheim Tower. Are we going to the Black Breath or exploring? Your choice. Look, we rode past that statue of Thor earlier, when we left the Witch's Cave.
And what direction is that?
It's mid-morning, the sun is over there, so that's south. Southwest?
Good. Focus up, boy! I see improvement.
Oh, look! The witch's magic is still covering those scorn poles. Saves us some time.
Boy.
Yes, sir. Huh. Interesting. I may want to write that down.
Poor Fafnir. There's a fine line between ambition and greed, you know.
Whoa! On your right! Incoming fire! Here we go! Doesn't look like it's working. Ready? There's got to be a better tool for this job. I think I'm getting better at this. Father, do you think I could carry her now?
No.
But
I said no.
Okay. So who do you think carved the face in the mountain?
You would know better than I.
Thanks.
Now watch your step. Carelessness will only delay us.
Right. Well, there's the Black Breath again. What do we do now?
We see if the witch was right.
It's working. She was right.
Come, let us finish this.
Got the head. Whoa.
Then we climb.
You know, Mother said the giants used to visit the Midgard Mountains before they disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yeah, I guess they just up and left one day. No one knows why.
Perhaps they returned to their home.
Jotunheim? Maybe. I wonder if the face in the mountain was a tribute to some important giant. The mouth! We made it!
More black breath.
Did come here. Is that a deer? I don't remember stories of a giant with a deer head. Wonder who he is. No way across, but there's a sand bowl.
What does it say?
No yoked beast, nor fearful thrall, nor rooted tree doth know my call.
The floor boy.
That doesn't mean anything. Something's missing. Think there's a second light crystal around here?
Nothing.
That got up there. Sat in a cave? Weird. This place must have been important to the giants. It's like they're testing us. Okay, that looks right. I can almost make it out. Room?
Is it the answer?
Freedom. Sure, that works.
Go ahead.
Sure. Rouse. What you doing? Oh, thought maybe there'd be a bridge.
Your giants need to test us further.
There's a crystal in that torch holder. Should I light it? That helps, right? Guess we have to go down and go up.
These passages seem too small for giants. Why do you laugh?
Oh, you're serious?
I'm always serious.
I forget. Mom always said you never took an interest in history. Giants are just a race, like elves and Holgerfolk. Really big.
What of the world serpent?
Okay, in that case, giant also means big. But There's only one of them. Can we keep moving?
Boy, another light crystal.
This is a lot of bodies.
Tell me what you see.
Well, they look like men, not giants.
Correct. Thieves seeking treasure. See the traps?
Oh yeah, lucky for us they set them all off.
Be grateful these stay dead.
The statue! We made it across!
Can you read it?
Oh, this is Durock, one of the 4 stags of the World Tree. He's supposed to watch the entrance to Yunnan while the giants sleep. Are you still there?
I do not know. Here, boy.
Sir! I've seen this language before.
Ready yourself for it!
Where to now?
The peak is still our goal. We find a way up.
Wow. The highest peak in the realms. Think Mom knew this was the Giant's Mountain?
No, the request has been more complicated than she could have foreseen.
What's that? Weird. There's a candle all tangled up with string and some sort of animal hide. Some kind of lantern? No wick, though.
That is of no use to us. The Bifrost lights our way.
Hey, what do you think lit these torches? The dead don't need light.
Eyes open.
Whoa. What is all this? Where are we?
A mine. And if this claw reaches the summit, our goal is near.
Alright, how do we use it? I think I see how this works. The claw's on one side, and if we get this unstuck... Oh no! I think the rope's stuck under that rock.
That was careless.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Stop. But maybe we can find our way up through there. After, getting rid of those things. What's with that truck? Mommy, watch out! Okay, that was hard. Well, that's not going anywhere.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna stop here for right now. But, I will catch you guys on maybe a little bit later today, and I will continue with the God of War live stream. Alright? And always take it easy. Please subscribe, comment, and yeah, just take it easy.